Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. Special shout out, family, to our Patreon family. We appreciate, love you so much for supporting us on that platform. And, you know, an even bigger shout out to Ron Dalton, who has actually sponsored this show and who is bringing Hebrews to Negroes to Africa for the very first time. It was a very interesting conversation that I had with him where he talked about the challenges of even wanting to air an alternative narrative for the motherland. He tried in Ghana, he tried in several other countries, but finally he was able to make it happen in South Africa. So shout out South Africa for being the first one to host this very important documentary, especially for the Hebrews and the Bantus, so we can understand who we are and we can just have another story in our minds, another alternative narrative of where we came from, our real story, family, because that's where the real battle is. The battle is mental. I've been saying it for so long, family, and it's for the consciousness of humanity. And the way they're trying to take over the consciousness of humanity is literally by taking over the memory of humanity and manipulating and influencing that memory. So there's a story that you guys have been wanting me to comment about, and it's like for the first time ever, the divided kingdom is actually going to have what they're calling a national emergency alert test. And so they said, you know, they were talking about how I think on 3 p.m. on the 23rd of April, I wonder why that date is significant. They are actually going to be having, you know, millions of mobile phones across the divided kingdom will receive the message alongside a loud alarm at 3 p.m. on 23rd April. The system is intended to be used in life-threatening situations such as flooding and wildfires. This is the first time ever that the divided kingdom has decided to do this. Trust me, Babylon is going to be rolling this out. They said, you know, the system is modeled on similar schemes in the divided states and Canada. The Netherlands and Japan also have similar things. And, you know, experts were actually raising concern about the risk of scams in the lead up to the Sunday's test. And I've urged anyone who received the alert to note that no action is required. They're basically just testing it. So family, why now? Why now? Why is this happening now? You know, I always say whenever they're sharing a story, and so many of you have been sharing the story, so it's like they've really been preparing the people for so long, you know? And so what is it about? Why now? It's because, family, I know this is going to sound way left, but if you know, you know, our people are back. There's so much happening. We're going into a season of war. And not only is Babylon going into a season of war with itself, but on the other hand, our spaceships are back. The aliens are us, and the aliens are back, family. And Errol, go down. You know, the aliens are back, and the aliens are us, family. Why would they need this? And you see, this is so dangerous because they're going to try and tell people, like, you know, I guess they'll give instructions. Wildfire coming. Head north to this building. Head south. Like, this is another mind control weapon. It's totally crazy. It's so insane, family. And it's actually kind of scary, but it tells you that Europe is not going into a really good space right now. It's really not going into a good space, family. And if you're in Babylon, as we always say, try and come out of her, family, because nature is the only thing that's going to save you at this time. And nature is against Babylon. So, you know, if you're with Babylon, nature may not recognize you. So, you know, experts had actually raised concern about the risk of scams in the lead up to Sunday's test. And, you know, they were thinking people might take over the system. But imagine the divided kingdom is like this is so old school, like That's so crazy, family. And you know, as I'm actually looking up in the skies, I actually want to take a picture. They're totally spraying our skies over here, family. Let me just come on, Errol, stop it, Errol. Look at that. I'm just gonna give you guys a picture so you can see. Actually, let me take a little video. Look at that. And it's been raining like crazy. They're literally seeding the clouds, and who knows with what. Because they've been having some really crazy storms. And of course, it's the rainy season, but there's some kind of drought that's going on in Kenya and East Africa, family. And when you tell people this is happening, they don't believe it. And it's funny because, whoa, okay, that's where it is. Hold on. Look at that, family. Look at that. And it's been raining like crazy. They're literally seeding the clouds, and who knows with what. That's so crazy. So, if you're in the divided kingdom, I mean, all of you guys who have been wanting me to comment on that, I just say get out of her. Obviously, time is running out. Obviously, they're shutting down the nations. And imagine what that voice will become. It's literally becoming like Big Brother. Didn't 1984 have something where like there were speakers on every corner of the house and the government could issue these warnings? It's totally for control. It's not for wildfires and everything. But are they, like, for me, the two things I think is either that they think war is coming from Russia and China and they're somehow going to be collateral damage of the divided states, or secondly, they know the aliens are not even coming, they're here. And the reason they call them aliens is because they ain't them. And they're actually afraid of what's about to come because it's judgment season. Our chariots of fire are back, family. In fact, they never left. The ancient ones are here. And everyone seems to know it but us. But those are stories for other days. Tuko pamoja.